Hi everyone. What we want to do in this next section is talk about how we customize our Facebook settings. We just got done talking about updating our profile, and so the next logical place is to talk about our settings. Okay, the settings information is found right up here in the top right hand corner of the Facebook homepage. You'll see it's divided into three categories: account settings, privacy settings, and application settings. Okay. You can either click on one of those individual subcategories, or you can go directly just to the overall settings tab. Okay, the first section is the account settings. Not a lot of information here, but just some basics. It includes your name, so how your name is displayed. If you get married or have a name change, or you want to include your maiden name and forgot to, you can go here to change your name. Your email contact information. This isn't necessarily the email that shows up on your profile. It could be, but it's the email that's used for Facebook to contact you for any kind of notifications that you receive from Facebook. Okay, your password that you use to log in with. Privacy information, which is just another link to the same area for privacy that we talked about before. We'll talk about that here in a second. Credit card informations, and if you want to deactivate your account altogether. Okay. In addition to here, there's also what networks you belong to. If you joined Facebook with an email account that was a work email or a school email, you were already linked into those networks. You could also search to join other networks, for example, a regional network. You could search for the network by typing in the network name and looking for it. On the notifications section, here's where you tell Facebook when you want to be notified about certain events that happen in Facebook. Okay, so for example, if someone's added you as a friend on Facebook, you see here you have the option to turn on or off on whether you get notified. And the notification is the email address listed up here, which was on that first tab I mentioned. Okay, so when these events take place in Facebook, this is the behavior that will happen regarding notification. So you can go through this, look at these. You may not know what all these events are at first, but so you might just stick with the defaults and then tailor them from there based on whether you're getting too many notifications or not. You see there's a lot of things that go on in there. And then at the bottom you save your changes. Okay, we'll talk about mobile a little bit later, and then language we don't have to worry about. We're all English speaking here, but you could tailor your language. Okay, back to settings. If we go to privacy settings, we talked about privacy settings a little bit in our discussion about the profile. When you look at it here, however, what you're going to see is the broad categories that were in your profile. So we talked about the different sections: the basic info, your personal information, status updates. In your side of your profile, when you're doing those updates, you could tailor even the individual components within each of those sections. Here you're just talking about the whole category. Okay, so it gives you the ability to tailor who sees what about you for each section. You can see I've made most of mine to be just only my friends. Again, you could tailor it to be pretty much wide open to your networks, or you can customize again to just certain friends that you want, or friend lists. You could exclude networks or include networks, or you could put by exception certain people you want to exclude for those categories. Okay. Contact information. Here, again, you specify for this information that shows up on your profile who you want to be able to see it. Okay, and so you can tailor each of those, and you can make custom settings. So just review it. Just make sure you're comfortable with those settings. Again, if you're unsure, I just recommend starting with only friends. Okay. Back to application settings. We're not going to talk too much about application settings here. This will become a little bit later, but when you start adding applications to Facebook, you can also specify what what information you share with that application. Okay. Just one more thing back on your profile, on your privacy settings. We want to talk a bit about search. Okay. This is important that you know about what this is. Search basically is the ability for people to find you on Facebook, both within Facebook and actually even outside of Facebook. Search visibility, okay, that dictates who can find you. Who do you show up to? Obviously, if you limit it to only networks and friends, those people that are in those categories can only see you. I recommend leaving it open to everyone, but then down here, customizing what they can see about you, okay, what shows up in the search result. Here we have profile. I've selected profile picture, a link if they want to request to add me as a friend, or to send me a message. Okay. Also, this is within Facebook. Down here also specifies whether or not you want your public search listing to be available to search engines such as Google or Yahoo, etc. And if you want to know what that looks like, just click on the See Preview option here. That'll show you what your public search thing would come back with, so that you have complete visibility to know what that looks like. You can see here it just shows my picture, my name, a link to add me as a friend, and to send me a message. Okay. If you go back one more screen, the other thing to point out, I forgot to mention on the profile information, was a very useful feature. If you tailor this and you're unsure of whether it's set up correctly or not, you can have the ability to view your profile as somebody else. So for example, if I want to know how Gwen sees my profile, okay, I can just type in her name, and up will pop up a screen that shows me how she will see my profile. Okay, and you can scroll down and look at all the various sections. So if you're really unsure whether your settings are working around your privacy, do the View As feature to see how it displays. Okay, again, very highly tailored. You can do pretty much whatever you want there. You can customize it to your exact needs. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Good luck.